Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Tom Sherry.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward.
Well, more pressure is building today for the governor to lift the mask mandate for schools in the state of Washington. This week, 2 school districts voted to make masks optional in schools in violation of the statewide mandate.
Now today, superintendents from 49 different school districts in eastern Washington signed a letter urging the governor and other state leaders to lift those mask mandates for schools. KREM 2's Ian Smay is joining us now live here in the studio with more on that letter and what they say is their goal. Ian?
Yeah, so the map you see here behind me shows school district boundaries in Washington state, barring some private districts that are fully within a public district. That letter urging the state to lift its mask mandate for schools was signed by the districts you now see colored purple. The 49 districts represented by those superintendents are all in the eastern half of the state. The letter is addressed to Governor Jay Inslee, Secretary of Health Dr. Umar Shah, and State Superintendent Chris Rakedahl. It states that there is a, quote, urgent need to address students' social and emotional well-being. It also cites psychological and social fatigue on school communities. I spoke with Brett Baum, who signed the letter as the superintendent of the Rosalia and Great Northern School Districts. He said the hope is that Governor Jay Inslee will announce an end to the mask mandate soon and that it will go into effect shortly after that announcement.
When the governor decides to make his announcement that the masks will come off, ideally we would hope that the date that the mask can come off would be very close to whenever that announcement is made.
This comes after Superintendent Rakedahl sent a letter of his own to Inslee asking for the school mask mandate to be lifted. The other request in the letter is that the Department of Health take over contact tracing duties from school districts. Baum said it created a strain on some of the districts in eastern Washington. The Central Valley School District didn't sign the letter, but a spokesperson told me today that's because Superintendent Ben Smalls sent his own letter with the same request to the state. Another one of the districts that didn't sign the letter was the Spokane Public Schools District. We will have a statement from them and more on the letter at 6 tonight. In the newsroom, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.
Well, the Richland School Board voted to remove its mask mandate last night, effective immediately, although they didn't have school today. During a special meeting, members voted 3-2 to make masks optional in district schools and facilities. Now, all Richland schools have been temporarily closed while the district figures out its plan forward. That vote follows one by the Kettle Falls School Board on Monday night. Yesterday, Kettle Falls students and staff had the choice to walk into their schools without a mask. The state superintendent says Kettle Falls has 20 days to comply with state masking laws or the state will withhold school funding.
And COVID cases are dropping dramatically inside the Coeur d'Alene public schools. This week, Coeur d'Alene schools only reporting 10 COVID-related cases. That's for a district of more than 10,000 kids. And today, there are only 7 COVID-related staff absences. In late January and early February, the district was reporting more than 200 cases a week among students. And during that same time, more than 100 staffers a week were calling out. The district has not actually had a mask mandate in place this school year. The Panhandle Health District is also reporting a drop in cases from the spikes that we were seeing in late January. Today, crisis standards of care were deactivated in 3 southern Idaho counties. All right, let's switch things over to weather. And again, a glorious look at all that sunshine out there today.
Boy, golden out
Yes.
there, isn't it? It's just fabulous looking. And not bad temperature-wise for February. We're at 46 degrees, not much in the wind department and not much in the rain department. Satellite radar picture shows more clouds the farther east you go. And, of course, farther west you go, the more sunshine you see. We'll look for an overnight low of 28 with some patchy fog forming. Look for some fog tomorrow morning. Partly cloudy skies, so not quite as sunny as what we saw today. We'll see a daytime high of 45 degrees. And then as we head into the weekend, increase in clouds. I think by Saturday night we've got rain and snow showers. That will continue into Sunday. Sunday's daytime high around 43 degrees. We're also tracking maybe some wind in your forecast as we get into next week. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast in the first half hour of this broadcast, and then we'll look at the 10-day forecast in the second half hour of the broadcast.
Thank you very much. We want to give you an update now to our exclusive Creme 2 investigation that has been ongoing regarding the Spokane Shock. We have confirmed a default letter has now been sent to team owner Sam Adams. He had until 5 p.m. yesterday to sign his contract to play at the arena and submit a $128,000 security bond at the Public Facilities District. Creme 2 has obtained a copy of that contract, which we're told Adams actually did sign shortly after the deadline passed, though he still has not provided that security bond. So now he is technically in default, which means he has now 5 business days, that's until next Wednesday, the 23rd, to comply, or I'm told his contract at the arena with the Public Facilities District will be terminated. Now, over the course of our investigation, we also uncovered more than 50 season ticket holders who say they still haven't gotten their refunds from the season tickets they bought for the 2020 season, which had to be canceled because of COVID. Creme 2's Ian Smay spoke with several of them as they say they've now tried for more than a year to get their money back.
Number 9, oh, that's old Meyer.
Jerry Mulick is a retired disabled veteran who spent 20 years in the United States Navy. He has also been a diehard Spokane Shock fan since the team's first season in 2006.
My jerseys were cleaned. I've got one of the old Shock jackets. I mean, I was ready. We were ready to go.
For Mulick, it brought back memories from when he used to play during his time in the Navy.
I love the Shock. I mean, I love just watching, and because it reminded me of my days of playing.
He bought 4 season tickets for the 2020 season so he and his son could watch the games.
Gave us some good experiences and good times through a bad divorce. It actually gave us something to feel happy for.
But then, the 2020 season got canceled due to the COVID pandemic, and Mulick's son started losing interest in football. Season ticket holders like Mulick were offered refunds or the option to roll over their season tickets to the 2021 season. Mulick said he told the Shock he wanted a refund in March of 2021.
The guy told me, not a problem, we'll put you in for it. And a couple months rolled by and I called back and he says, oh, it's in process.
Mulick says months went by and the $1,354 he paid never showed up. He showed us these emails that say they're from Shock owner Sam Adams, saying he'd received Mulick's receipt, and another saying, I have not ignored you. I granted the refund. You are good. Again, months went by, and still no refund.
So the money would help me at least make ends meet. I'm living paycheck to paycheck.
Mulick isn't the only season ticket holder having trouble. Tony McElwain said he's owed about $900 for 2 season tickets. He showed Creme text messages, again saying they're from Sam Adams, one including profanity.
I think he didn't actually realize who he was talking to, and he lost it and come off with some real strong words. And once he realized that it was a fan, he kind of apologized, but I mean, they were 4-letter words.
Brett Zaboski is another Shock season ticket holder who is still trying to get $750 back, including legal costs from when he filed a claim in small claims court.
I just got frustrated with the whole idea since I've been a fan since 2009, and then to get treated like that, like, you know, he just put me aside all the time.
Creme 2 has independently confirmed at least 55 season ticket holders, saying they requested refunds from the Shock in 2020 for an amount totaling more than $18,000. 3 season ticket holders say they got their money back, but only after pressing their credit card company. In a phone call with Creme, Adams said he's authorized a number of refunds, claiming the money is being held up by online ticket merchant Ticket Spice. But in a statement to Creme 2, Ticket Spice denied that claim, saying the ticketing revenue goes directly to the event organizer. The event organizer is in control of how they would like to handle cancellations and refunds.
Now, I also asked the Public Facilities District, which again manages the Spokane Arena, how there could still be outstanding refunds. And she told me, the CEO told me, for the Shock's first season, the owner, Sam Adams, was allowed to sell his own season tickets and not go through Tickets West like they do now. So that is no longer the case. Also, there is now a new clause in every new contract with the PFD to ensure that all companies remain in good standing with vendors. Is there concern that if an organization like the Shock isn't in good standing with other vendors or even season ticket holders, is there a concern about moving forward in working with them?
Yes, and that actually is why we're adding that clause to the contract. So I just feel like the PFD, we're a leader in the community, and I think people assume that if we're doing business with an entity that it's been vetted. The way we protect the season ticket holder is we hold that money in the box office. So right now, if you bought a season ticket or even just any ticket to any event, even if you had a concert ticket, that money is not ours until that event happens. So if anybody bought a season ticket for the Shock right now and for any reason the season doesn't happen, then we would then be able to refund them their money.
So if you would like to read more about our ongoing Shock investigation and what we found so far, you can text the word Shock to 509-448-2000 and we'll send that link to your phone. You can also find it on creme.com.